Hello, wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. I'm back again. Still on African issue. We are tabling the issue of African matter on this platform. And I told you before that I'll be releasing series. I have to fragment it because I don't want it to be too long. And I also want it to be concise and precise on issues. Now, I'll be talking about the coronavirus of a thing. Some people have accused me of saying that I'm misinforming people about coronavirus, making people to believe that it is not existing, especially in Africa. That is not the position I have ever taken. I have never said that coronavirus is not existing. Coronavirus is existing. COVID-19 is killing people. That is the truth. But in Africa, it is totally different thing altogether. Okay? And we as Africans, we should start solving our problems like Africans and not like copycats. Whatever you see the West copy, you copy and bring here, whether it works for us, whether it's aligned with our way of life or it aligned with our people, we don't care. We just copy everything from the West. Okay, that is just what I am against. We have to fashion out a way to deal with our problems locally. Because until we start doing that, Africa will never be free. The coronavirus of a thing, so those some people that are spreading the panic of pandemic of coronavirus, I mean Bill Gates and the rest of them, they are the real conspirators, have given their prophecy or their prediction that Africa will be worse hit. And today we've been seeing so many hype on the cases of a coronavirus increasing in different parts of Africa. But put it together, it is about 500,000 persons in terms of Africa cases for coronavirus. Good. Now, why am I saying this? These people are trying everything possible, just like before, making Africa a guinea pig for test run. We heard of cases of vaccines from the UK, from China, from Italy, and the rest of them, coming up with different stuff as vaccine or treatment for COVID-19. But the only place they deem fit to test run it is on my own people, the African people. And that is what I say no to. And that is why sometimes I feel sorry for my people. Is it because of poverty and hunger they have beaten the soul of my society that my people can no longer stand up and resist this? Now, I'll be going to South Africa scenario, what is happening in South Africa. And I sincerely appreciate those who came out to protest. I want to take a look at their stance. I'll be right back.
A protest against Africa's first COVID-19 vaccine trial in Johannesburg Wednesday. With burned face masks, protesters sang and danced carrying banners which read, "Code, we're not guinea pigs, no safe vaccine," end of quotes.
It goes against all protocols. And even if people are going to consent, there has to be informed consent. It's a form of a violation of a person's body. It's a form of rape. It's not acceptable. So vaccines, period, whether it's in China or Italy, is not acceptable. But however, logic should tell me if you want to test it in the areas which they call the epicenters of the world, not the epicenters of South Africa.
The continent's first vaccine trial for the coronavirus began in South Africa last week. It is part of one already underway in the United Kingdom. The vaccine was developed at the University of Oxford. Some 2,000 volunteers in the Southern African nation are expected to participate. Members of the Traditional Healers Organization also came out in support of the protests.
We feel that our government is not supporting traditional medicine. It's also not recognizing the work of traditional healers, because there are many things that there are many medicines that traditional healers could produce that could help with the COVID-19. So we feel that government is not supporting traditional medicine.
South Africa has over 151,000 confirmed cases, the most in Africa. Overall, the continent has more than 400,000 cases.
You see that? The one way catch me, the one that really touched me is when they say that their leaders are not interested in the local traditional medicine. That is the truth. It is happening here in Nigeria. We heard of the one of Madagascar. The world is trying to play it down, including your political leaders, trying to play down the solution of Africans to their problems. They only want to import vaccine to be test-run on my people. Why Africa? That is the question. Why must it be Africa? Africa is not the worst hit by this coronavirus. If you go to China, the number of people that had coronavirus and still having coronavirus is in millions. Only in China. Are we talking about Italy, UK, America, which had become the headquarters of COVID-19? You don't deem it fit to test run your vaccines there. You are bringing it down to my people. I tell my people, I make bold to tell every African anywhere around the world, resist any test run of vaccination for COVID-19 or whatever thing they call it. It is better Africans treat themselves with local African herbs. We eat it at food. Okay, have you asked yourself why Africans in Africa, many people have had this coronavirus, and many of them, in fact, we've been having coronavirus even before now. That is the truth. We have been having worse sicknesses, killer sicknesses than coronavirus. We've been having malaria. We've been having typhoid. We've been having the one they call hepatitis A, B, and C. Here, where I'm just talking, and I will tongue twist myself and bite my tongue. What all this nonsense? We have been experiencing series of different medical challenges in Africa, yet Africans have been able to cope with them. More especially with local herbs, because if you consider our secular hospitals and healthcare services, you see that they are in shambles. Take a look at Nigeria. Nigeria is a disgrace of a medical service, of a medical or healthcare service delivery. But yet, Nigerian people have been surviving worse sicknesses than coronavirus. Then why? The coronavirus that is just a learner compared to the killer diseases Africans have been facing and been surviving it, compare it with coronavirus and what it is doing to the West. You know what malaria does to the white man, average white man? They know they use here malaria. Talk more of coronavirus. And we're saying, why don't we look inward? That is just the message. I'm not here to undermine anybody or to dissuade anybody from anything, but I'm here to tell and motivate Africans, black people, to look inward. We got what it takes. We got what it takes. Okay, why is it that every time anyone want to do, they come to Africa? Why the interest in Africa? That is because there is something you got. But they're trying to make you understand that you are nobody. You can't solve your problem. That they have to come to solve your problem for you. That inferiority complex have been embellished into the subconscious mind of an average black man. And that is why we will never be free. And that is the root cause of poverty, deprivation, backwardness, hunger, and everything bad in Africa. That is why we're witnessing it. Until we reverse the gear, we put the reverse gear, there will be no hope for African man. African man will continue to experience, black people will continue to experience the kind of life, deprivation, discrimination, subjection to humiliation all over the world. Until Africans rise up, black people, until we rise up and truly understand that our lives matters, there will be no hope for us. And we'll hand over this thing to our children and generation. That we inherited it should not be the reason why we should hand it over to the next generation. We will make a stand. And that is what we are doing on this platform. Thank you those who came out in South Africa. to protest this. I use this opportunity to tell every African that gets hold of this video to resist. Tell them, resist any vaccination from the West. If we can't solve our problem here, let us all die here. It's a simple thing. We got herbs. If you go out there, you got a whole lot of things on our environment that have been helping us to survive some of these things, boosting our immune system, our kind of food, organic food. Africa is the only place you can think of in the whole world that still have contact with nature. They are turning their countries into robotic countries of machines and robots. It is only Africa. We can redefine African civilization once again, because civilization started in Africa. It must come back to Africa. That is the hope for an African man. I'm signing off. Thank you for watching. Keep subscribing, keep liking. If you're new to this platform, keep a date with us. Subscribe, hit on the bell for notification. We'll be starting a live broadcast that will bring in African people together. From next week, we'll be engaging African people all over the world together so that we can fashion out a way to solve our problem. Every African should be part of this. It doesn't matter whether you are European African, whether you are African American, whether you are a Caribbean, whether you are an African living in Africa or anywhere in Europe or Asia. You are needed. Your voice is needed. We need to form a very powerful community right here to fashion our problems and solve our problems, beginning with having the right leadership. Africans must unite. I'm signing out. Keep a date with me. I am Asuchined Peters, the voice of the people, the voice of the gods. I'm signing out. Stay safe.